What else is there in the night sky? Of course, there is one moon and there are many stars. What are stars? The shining objects. But in the night, what we see is that some of these shining objects twinkle while others don't. So, which means they are not all the same. So, in the night sky there are stars and there are planets. How do we differentiate? The first point about star is it twinkles. Second is it has its own light. Example is sun. Sun is also a star, but sun looks so huge while stars are so tiny. Why so? Is there a difference in their size? No, not probably. It is actually the distance that makes it look bigger and the star smaller. It is a point of common observation that anything which is closer to us looks big, and when it is distant it looks small. Just as when you are travelling by air, from the aeroplane the buildings look so small. In fact, people we can't even see, or at best we can see them only as dots. Same is true for trees. But when we are on the ground and we are closer to buildings, to the trees, we find them so tall. So, it is a matter of distance. You know, sun is kilometers away. Just count the number of zeros, 7 zeros, okay? While stars can be so many kilometers away, 13 zeros. Now, it is very difficult to measure distance in kilometers in the case of heavenly bodies, right. So, how are they measured? They are measured through light. You know, light travels very fast. It travels 300,000 kilometers per second. So, we calculate the distance of these heavenly bodies in light years. So, the distance travelled by light in a year is the light year. In the case of sun, it is 8 light minutes away, but the stars are 4.3 light years away. So, obviously, the sun looks bigger because it is closer to us and the stars look smaller. Now, can we see stars during the day? There is also an adage, din mein tare dekhna, which is when you are in a shock. So, what does that mean? It means normally we cannot see stars during the day. Do they disappear? Do they hide? No. They are very much there, but we are not able to see them. Why? Because of the glare of the sun. Another adage is Surya ko deepak dikhana, which means when Surya has so much of light, showing it a lamp or a deepak will be of no meaning. Nobody will be able to see. So, that is what happens when somebody is there who is very intelligent and tops in the class. Then if somebody does something nice, nobody notices it. But that does not mean that small light has no value. Let there be dark, then this small light only is enough to dispel the darkness. So, that is the importance of stars. Another thing about stars is that they move, and they move from east to west. And how does earth move? From west to east. How is it that we feel that the stars are moving from east to west? It is same thing when you are sitting in a train or in a moving vehicle and you look towards a tree. Where do they seem to be running? In opposite direction. Similarly, because earth seems to be moving from west to east, then the stars are moving from east to west. Do all stars move? Before I answer that, let us play another game. You have your umbrella with you? Okay, fine. Now cut out some stars from a bright colored paper, chart paper you can take, and then put these stars on the spokes on the outer edges of the umbrella and one star in the center. Now when you will rotate your umbrella, just like sometimes you do while dancing, you will find that this star does not seem to be moving. The star which is in the center at the end of the handle, when you are rotating the umbrella, that does not seem to be moving, while other stars seem to be moving. They are actually moving along with the umbrella. Now that is exactly what happens in the case of pole star. Pole star is in the direction of the axis of earth, and so when earth is rotating, the pole star remains same, and so we say that pole star does not move. The Dhruv Tara is always stable, but it is not so bright. It does not emit so much of light as other stars.